Welcome to Top 5 Most Amazing. The Victorian Era in England, spanning from 1837 to 1901, was a time of great theological advancements and societal change. It was also a time filled with unique and peculiar practices that have come to define the era. Here are the top 5 unique things they did in the Victorian era. Number 1. Memento mori photography. The Victorians had a fascination with death and mourning, and this led to the practice of memento mori photography. These were photographs taken of deceased loved ones in poses that would make them look like they were sleeping or just resting peacefully. These photos were often the only visual reminders of deceased loved ones, making them a cherished keepsake for grieving families. Number 2. Typewriter art. The typewriter was a relatively new invention in the Victorian era, and people quickly found creative ways to use it beyond just writing letters. One of the most unique uses was to create artwork using only letters and symbols from the typewriter keyboard. These creations were often intricate and detailed, showing off the artist's skill with the machine. Number 3. Calling cards. Unlike today, where we can easily message or call someone on our phones, in the Victorian era, visiting someone's home unannounced was considered impolite. Instead, people were leaving calling cards at the homes of friends and acquaintances to let them know they had stopped by. These small cards were often ornately designed and included only the cardholder's name. Number 4. Hair jewelry. Another odd trend from the Victorian era was creating jewelry out of human hair. Women would save a lock of hair from a loved one and weave it into a piece of jewelry, such as a brooch or a bracelet. This was seen as a sentimental way to keep a piece of a loved one close at all times. Number 5. Seances. The Victorian era was a time of great interest in the supernatural and communicating with the dead. This led to the popularity of seances, where people would gather in a dark, candlelit room and attempt to communicate with the spirits of the dead using mediums or Ouija boards. While some viewed it as a harmless form of entertainment, others believed it to be a way to connect with the afterlife. In conclusion, the Victorian era was a time of innovation and change, but it was also a time filled with unique and sometimes bizarre practices. From hair jewelry to seances, these practices have left an indelible mark on history, showing us just how different our views and practices were.